Hello internet world and welcome to my weekend, and today you will see that there is no picture over there, and I'll come over here, there is no picture over there behind me. And I'll tell you why. It's because we've been experiencing in the studio quite a lot of sort of mould and damp. I'll show you a little bit closer actually. You can see over in this corner here we've got some discoloration to the wallpaper. So what I've been doing today is actually treating all of the walls inside. So I've sort of wiped them down with special mould resistant spray, and the same over here. I've done all of this area over here. Now the actual problem is on the exterior walls, so I am actually planning to get a builder in, or a contractor, to actually take a look at that exterior wall, because obviously some water is getting through either the render or the damp proof course. So it looks like I'm going to have to spend some money on renovating the exterior of that wall, because it is a problem that will come back. Now I noticed it a long time ago, and we wiped them down every so often, but it was extremely bad, so I thought I'm going to take all of the pictures off the wall. I even did the opposing corner over there as well, because it seems to just collect in the corners. There isn't a lot of ventilation in this room, so it might be that issue as well. We have got a sort of window that we can open at the back, but of course when I'm recording I don't want exterior noise coming into the studio, so that remains closed. So I'm going to put my thinking cap on, get somebody in to have a look, maybe, as I say, treat the exterior of that wall and try and get some sort of ventilation in here as well. So I actually spent the rest of the day really doing housework. And also I spent about an hour or two doing some brainstorming on the short film that I'm going to be recording next year. And it went really well. I got a lot of ideas down on paper. Yes, pencil and paper. No electronics for this sort of brainstorming. It was just sort of scribbling them all down. And I'm really pleased with how it went, because once the ideas start coming and you start planning something out, it makes a lot more sense. And now next week and the week after, I'm going to be able to start putting some of those ideas into action, and then also filling out some of the finer details and really getting to grips with how things are going to sort of roll on over the first couple of months of next year. So it's been really good. It's very useful doing that. Also today, the Geek Points launch video went onto the channel, and I'm so pleased. Thank you so much everyone. It's been a really positive feedback from you. And some questions come in which I'm always happy to answer. I just hope that everyone participates, because the whole idea of Geek Points was not to make something unnecessarily, because you were actually participating in the community anyway. You were sharing my content and tweeting and commenting on the videos. It was just my way of putting something together to actually give something back. So please do participate if you can. If you haven't seen that video, then just check out yesterday's video, or in fact it would have been Saturday, or the one that was published on Saturday. That's got all the details you need about Geek Points. You can also find it on the Geekanoids website as well. So anyway, with the rest of my day, it's late evening now, so I'm going to just relax and watch a little bit of television, but don't push that pause button yet, because this is a weekend long video. Yes, you're only halfway through. There's plenty more to watch. Don't go away. So it is Sunday morning, and not a full shop today, just a shopping top up. We have got some sweet and crunchy stir fry, and these were on offer. I can do it one-handed. Some McCain oven chips. Seems like everything's on offer. And then these sweet clementines. Now I did buy some sort of citrus fruits the other day, and this time of year I absolutely love these. When you're opening these, the smell of them really does remind you of Christmas. I've got two of those because it was buy one get one free. And then we have got some baked potatoes. So I'll have one of those for lunch today, no doubt. And then meat for next week. We have got some minced beef for spaghetti bolognese. And then this chicken here, chicken strips, which will go, these are like mini fillets, these are really nice. And these go really good in a stir fry with the sweet and crunchy vegetables. No day, or indeed a weekend, would be complete without a look at some technology and gadgets. So let's take a look at what arrived in the studio late last week. Let's kick things off with a look at the Justop K10A. This is an Android smart TV adapter. Now this is the little unit. They also very kindly sent me a remote control to go with it as well. And basically what this does is it plugs in to your TV. Let me just remove the cap off here via HDMI, and it allows you to actually use Android on your large screen TV. Very, very useful device indeed. Now, I must admit that throughout my short testing time with it, I didn't find the experience to be that great. It's a little bit sluggish in its sort of performance, but for the most part, once you get things up and running, it actually works okay. We've got memory card slots on the side, micro USB. We've also got another micro USB on the bottom here, and also full-size USB. And then the remote control that comes with it is pretty good. It's got sort of standard remote control features on this side. Then if you turn it over, it's got a full QWERTY keypad. So it's quite a nice idea to be able to get Android onto your large screen TV, because you can install lots of different applications, use it for watching movies, etc. as well. Playing games, yep, still not convinced on that front. But it's okay, it's not a bad product, so check it out. You can do lots of things with this, and it's very configurable. Next up, we have got this from Veho. This is the Vecto speaker. Now this has got a lot going for it, apart from having a brilliant design, orange with black. I'll say orange again because yes, orange is my favourite colour. It also comes with a pouch, and inside the pouch you've got everything you need to get up and running, including a micro SD card inside here, and I'll tell you why in a short while, a very short while. Now if we just look at the product packaging, we've got some of the features here. 6,000 milliamp hour battery inside. You can use this to actually charge your own device. It's also Bluetooth 4. And it's got NFC in it as well, so easy pairing with your device as well. Now I mentioned it's got a micro SD card inside the pouch there, and that's because it's got its own built-in MP3 player, and the icing on the cake is that this is waterproof to IP64 standard, so water resistant really. On the side here you've got some volume and track controls. If we have a look on this end here, we've got a little LED feedback light and also the power on off button. If we look around the base, we've just got some nice sort of rubberized features around here to make it look very, very rugged indeed. And then underneath this flap here is where you'll find the sort of SD card slot. Let me just open that up. So you've got the micro SD card slot in there. Also the micro USB charging point, little reset button, and the output for if you're going to charge your device with it. So you could use this to charge your smartphone, for example. The actual sound quality on this, more than acceptable. It performs very well indeed. This is the Veho Vecto. If you want a rugged speaker that you can take out and about with you, this is well worth checking out. And don't forget, not only is it a good speaker, but it also offers up that charging facility as well. So a really nice all-round package there from Veho. Now we're going to take a look at this. This is the OneForAll Chameleon. This little product here connects to your TV again, very similar to the Justop, but it does so much. It really is fantastic. If we look at the box, you can see some of the features here. It's got a really good Cortex A17 processor in here. It runs XBMC Media Center, also runs Google Android, boots from SD card, and there is an SD card included inside the box. It supports H.265, HDMI as well, HDMI cable inside the box, and it supports 4K Ultra HD. Now a very, very good open platform system here. This is what the actual box looks like. Comes with a really nice remote control. This is nice actually. I just want to touch base on the remote control a little bit, because more often than not when you get little devices like this, they come with crappy little remote controls. Decent remote control inside the box with this one. And then this is the actual product itself, made of metal, brushed metal design as well. Very, very nice. Really cool looking little box. If we look around the back, you can see all of the connections. We have got optical out, coaxial out. We've also got an IR blaster in as well. USB connects to your Ethernet port there. We have got micro USB on the go. We've also got micro SD card slot. We've got HDMI, we've got USB output, and then the input for the included power adapter. main sort of switch here for powering the unit on and off. And don't forget, it boots off of the SD card. Really very cool indeed. So this is just sort of ventilation slots really. Round on this side we've got the actual SD card slot, and then we've got another USB socket there. Really a very nice device. Now I can't recommend this enough, because this is so cool to connect to a 4K TV and actually be able to play 4K content. Brilliant design, and the fact that it's an open OS platform means you can really play with this and configure it to your personal choice. It really is a great device. This is the OpenAll Chameleon. Now we're going to look at some awesome headphones. These are the A Audio Elite HD. First of all, amazing packaging, really cool looking box. Even better, this really high quality luxury carrying case, and you can fit the headphones in there and all of the accessories. And then you also get a couple of different connection cables, 3.5mm connectors obviously on both ends. At one end they're actually right angled. One of these is a plain cable, and then the other one has got some built-in sort of track controls and also a little sort of pinhole mic on it. Adapter as well included, and then these are the actual headphones, and they are really very nice indeed. We have got rotatable ear cups, obviously, this high polished chrome finish to them, a lovely amount of padding around the top headband, and on the ear cups the padding is really very nice indeed. I can't emphasize enough the actual quality of these particular headphones. Really very comfortable to wear. Now you'll notice that we can obviously connect 3.5mm cable to one of the ear cups. There's also a second 3.5mm output, and that's so that you can actually sort of daisy chain a second pair of headphones to these and share your music with a friend. And then on this side here we have got a switch, and one of the positions on the switch is for a bass boost function, and this really does extend the bass frequency really an awesome amount. I'll talk about the audio quality very shortly. There's also a middle position which is active noise cancellation, and then we've got a plain audio feature there as well. So if you haven't got batteries in these, or indeed the batteries run out, you can continue using them without the active noise cancellation feature switched on. Now I said about the bass boost on these. Now without that switched on, they are a very nice audio quality, a nice amount of detail, and even without it switched on, and a very convincing amount of bass. With that bass frequency switched on, it really does change the characteristics of the headphones, and the bass really does become more noticeable. Highs and middle frequencies, very good indeed, very convincing, uncoloured sound for a whole variety of different genres of music. These come highly recommended. These are the A Audio Elite HD headphones. Now I've got two more products to show you today. The first one here out of this last two products is from PowerSkin. This is the Pop and 2 battery charger, 4000 milliamp hour charger for your iPhone 6. Now they also do an iPhone 6 Plus version, comes in white or black, and it is really good. I'll tell you why, because it's got these suction cups. I'll show you how the suction cups work in a minute, and it means that you can either use it with sort of a naked device, not in a case, or you can see here I've got my iPhone 6 inside a case, and it still sticks with those sort of suction cups to the back. And if I push the button on the bottom, you'll see the actual lights come on for the remaining power, and then it's also started charging my device. Very good indeed. Obviously it connects at the bottom via the lightning connector, and if I just remove this, if I can do it one-handed, let's turn this over. If I just remove the suction bit, you'll see that these little suction bits actually stick to the back of your device, and then there's a flexible portion at the bottom there. So it's really very good. It means it doesn't put any strain on your iOS device's port, and then you just sort of stick it to the back like so, and obviously it adds a lot of bulk, but it means you can continue sort of holding your device like a normal phone and then remove the charger when it's fully charged. I really like this sort of combination. This bottom bit actually removes as well. When you remove it, it reveals micro USB connector, so you can recharge the 4000 milliamp hour internal battery that is inside the PowerSkin. So very cool product. And then last but not least, we have got something from OneForAll. This is their smart zapper, And what this does is it actually turns your sort of smartphone or tablet via an app into a remote control. So this little unit here actually sort of relays the app messages or the app signals to your television, and then you can use this to change the channel, change the volume, play and pause, mute, etc. Very, very nice looking product, just sort of sits in front of your television somewhere. We've got sort of controls on the actual device as well, so you can override what the app's doing. The only thing I would say about this, which really did annoy me, and that was when I got it out of the packaging, it's stuck in the packaging. Now, I don't know if this was an error on OneForAll's part, but it was actually sort of cable tied into the box. You can see the little cable tie inside the box just there. And then it was also stuck with a sticky pad as well. So I don't think it was meant to come out like that. I think it was meant to just be cable tied. So that was a bit of a shame. And it means that I've got all of that sort of extra work to remove this paper off the bottom. But overall, in functionality terms, you know, it is a very, very nice device. And as you can see, you can use the smart zapper, as the picture shows here, to actually control your TV, or you can use it with either an iOS or an Android device to actually control your TV as well. So a very nice device. Shame about the packaging, you know, it detracted from my enjoyment of it a little bit, but this is the smart zapper from OneForAll. So I hope you enjoyed that look at all of those products. There's some great technology and gadgets there. And as always, I'll leave links to all of them in the video description. It's now coming up to lunchtime, so I'm going to grab something to eat. Quick update for you, something I forgot to mention with the PowerSkin. It does come with its own case or back protector inside the packaging. And then this is what it looks like without the lightning connector bit connected, that little grey portion you saw previously. This is like a pass-through micro USB connector, and then round on the side it has got an additional micro USB connector just here for recharging the internal battery. That is one hot potato. It feels actually cooked, but we are going to finish it off in the oven. Just going to pop it in there for about 20 minutes. So I've got about 20 minutes to wait until my dinner is cooked. I've got so much work done this weekend on both the short films and also on a couple of other projects I'm working on, and I've got some crazy stuff happening on the channel really soon. Super exciting time of year, of course, and super busy for everyone. I did actually pop out today as well and saw lots of people doing their Christmas shopping, so I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, whether you spent it indoors or indeed outdoors preparing for the festivities. Thanks very much for watching. Please do hit that like button. I'll see you all again in tomorrow's video.